I greet you, my people. Like I told you, like I told you last time, that we will be bringing to you more on the Igbo legends, our heroes, and our heritage. That is why we are here. We'll be giving it to you back to back so that you will understand the things you don't know before. We have so many Igbo legends, so many heroes, so many of them. So many of them participated during the war. So many did not participate. Some did their own things on their own way. You know, it depends on the specializations of everything. We have a prominent one here we need to talk about. This one is a legend. He did all his best as an Igbo man. Unfortunately, he is no more with us. He is late. But the legacies he dropped, honestly, we cannot overlook them. Even in Nigeria at large, this person we are talking about today is no other person but Dr. Francis Akanu Ibiam. The truth of the whole thing is that so many of us did not know or have not heard about Francis Akanu Ibiam. But some of us do know about him. And we are going to bring it up to you now. In case you have not heard about him, you will now listen and get full details about him. All his works, the way he participated during the war and after the war, even before the war. This man is he was a great person. Igbos at large will never forget him. He did almost everything possible for Igbos to stand still during the war. Although quite unfortunately, it didn't work the way he planned. We are going to bring him now so that you will learn. Francis Akanu Ibiam was born on 29th November 1906. He is from Owana, Afikpo, presently Ebonyi State. You know, during that time, there is nothing like Ebonyi State. There is nothing like Enugu State, Anambra, Imo. No. What we have then is Eastern region of Nigeria. He was the second son of the family. Truly, he came from a very wealthy family. His father was a traditional ruler of the town, Owana, in Afikpo. And this Owana is a very big town. As time goes on, this our father, Francis Akanu Ibiam, was also installed as a traditional ruler of that Owana. Akanu Ibiam schooled at Hope Waddell Training Institute, Calabar, King's College, Lagos, and the University of St. Andrews, Scotland, where he graduated with a medical degree. Immediately after he got the degree, he started working as a medical missionary of the Church of Scotland. He was also elected and ordained as an elder of Presbyterian Church, Scotland. In 1949, he was appointed as an honorary officer of the Order of British Empire for his work as a medical missionary of Scotland. In 1951, he was appointed the Honorary Knight Commander of British Empire. This man we are talking about bagged so many honors, even in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. But there is one thing he did that we really need to talk here. But it has not gotten to the time. Very soon you will hear the reason why you need to know him. From 1955 to 1958, He was the president of Christian Council Association of Nigeria. In 1962, he was the chairman of the committee that established Protestant Chapel of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Then what I said is about his involvement during school and church involvement, because he was a dedicated Christian. Then his involvement as a politician is that this man was also included during the fighting of Nigeria independence. Before Nigeria independence, Akanu Ibiam served as local government officer in Eastern Region, House of Assembly, in Legislative and Executive Council, in overseas, where he read and makes so many connections for himself and the Igbo people. This great man we are talking of was the very first Eastern Region governor, because he was appointed as the governor immediately independent, because Nigerians at large knows his words, his dedication to make Nigerians free, and the quality of his personality, his education, his thinking, and everything surrounding him. He was a great man. Not after that, as a governor, on 24th of August 1962, he was appointed as a prestigious knight, commander of the Order of St. Michael's and George. He bagged so many honors. If I started picking the honors he bagged one after the other, honestly, we will sleep here listening to his honors. All his lifetime, he was bagging good things, making good names for himself and the people around him and Igbo land at large. That reminds me, when we talk about Eastern Region comprises of all the Eastern states. The Eastern states now, all the Eastern states. And when you talk of Eastern states, then it's about southeast and almost south. This man was the governor then. He sees over all these places. That's to show you that he is really not just because he's an Igbo or because he came from Owana or something like that. He was so outstanding in whatever thing he does. He was a sound medical practitioner. He was also a sound Christian. He dedicated all his life being a Christian. Unfortunately, he lost the governor's seat due to the military coup. Not that he was elected out or that some other person was appointed. No. He left the seat because of military coup of Major General Aguiyi Ironsi. After the coup, when the military took over, he left the seat because he was not a military man. And Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu took the seat because he was a military officer as military governor of Eastern Region. Now, this is where the point comes in. Akanu Ibiam's involvement during Civil War is what makes every Igbo man think and hail the man. He did so much. Truly, he was not a military officer, but he even fought a Cold War more than some of the military people. He stood his ground firm in so many things. Now let me break it down to you so that you will follow up. During the Nigeria Civil War of 1967 to 1970, Dr. Francis Akanu Ibiam did so many things of emulation. In all honesty, I don't think that we still have this kind of people. People that will be selfless, people that will do all it needs to make sure that whatever thing that is true stands. He put everything he had, everything, risk his life, do all manner of things to make sure that Biafra stand, that Igbos were not exterminated during the war. He did everything. I say bow my cap for him. He was a great man. Honestly, assuming that I have the guts and the powers, I will be giving him a public holidays every year. I will just get a specific day, a special day for him. Maybe his birthday or his death day. To honor this great man, he did so much for Igbo race. Now, his involvement during the wars, he stood and used his connection in bringing relief needs for Biafran soldiers, Biafran citizens, and the children. He uses his connection to be bringing drugs, pills that helps even the military, so even the soldiers that got injured. He took his time, give them whatever thing they need as at that time to the best of his capability and knowledge. He also used the connection he have in so many churches outside Nigeria to seek for help, to ask the British to help out and stop the war or give the Biafrans what they need, because whatever thing they fought for deserved it. Minus that, Igbos will be killing us chicken, maybe in thousands of them, like before. That is another good thing about the war. Truly, we had so many bad things, but since after that war, you hardly heard that Igbos were slaughtered in thousands or in hundreds anymore, because every other person know that we can still fight. If you push us to the wall more than supposed, we will fight. That is Igbo men. Let me not just divert from what we are saying. Let me just keep on keeping on Dr. Francis Akanu Ibiam. Remember, he was one of the 6 presidents, World Council of Churches. As the war continued, and he was calling on Queen Elizabeth to help out and do the needful so that everywhere will be peaceful. But as time goes on, he noticed that this Britain we are talking of is the people masterminded the war and the people that indirectly taking the war against the Igbos. So when he noticed that, as a reasonable and strong man there was something he did that everybody doubted and everybody was surprised of, because only a very few strong people, the people that really matter, the people that knows their worth, and the people that will stand against injustice anywhere, any day, can do that. And that thing was returning and rejecting the honor of knighthood that was given to him by the British. He equally renounced his English name, Francis, and made it very public that nobody should call him Francis again, that he is Akanu Ibiam and no more Francis. And all this protest is to show that he is no more happy over the killings, over the heavy bombardments against the Igbo people by Britain and Nigeria. Then, after the war, he was actively in reconstructing and repairing the hospitals and the church. You know, he's a medical doctor, and he did so many things during the war. He also, after the war, continued doing that his good work. Most of the times, he uses his own personal money and he uses his own experience. Although during that time when the war ended, Igbos were given only £20. But this type of person He is well grounded outside Nigeria. He can source for aid from anywhere, and he did, to make sure that things works after the war. He repaired so many hospitals, so many churches, so many places, good places, to make sure that Igbos are still existing till now. This man we are talking about did so many things. He did so many things. In case you don't know, he was responsible of Bible Society of Nigeria, and also Christian Medical Fellowship that is in every university today. He sourced for it. Then, before and after he died, there are so many things Igbos really want to use, and Nigeria really want to use, to pay him back, so that his name will not go unknown. Could you imagine one of the biggest airports in Nigeria that's situated in East was named after him? We are talking about Akanu Ibiam International Airport in Enugu. You know that it is the very first airport in Eastern region. So due to his efforts, he was named immediately, because the people that named it knew he did everything a human being, well-meaning human being, will do for his people. He did it. So the airport was named after him. Not only the airport, so many things. Akanu Ibiam Federal Polytechnic, Owana, Ebonyi State. In respect and honor to his name, the stadium inside the University of Nigeria, a very big stadium, was also named after him, because he contributed so much in the university. Dr. Francis Akanu Ibiam did so many things, of which we can't continue saying all of them. He did a lot. So as time goes on, he started doing it when he was younger, and he did it until he gets very old. Remember, he did not die young. By his special grace of God, he stayed very long and died at the age of 89 years. He died on 1st July 1995. You know, this information is just a very brief information about him. He did so much. He did so much. You can go and search about him, learn about him on your own. And another great thing, even after he died, do you know that more than 20,000 people came for his burial? What a great man. Do you know what is 20,000 people for a burial? Everywhere we are filled with people, both Nigerians, both Igbos, both Hausas, both Yorubas, both foreigners from all nook and cranny of the world. He was a great man, Dr. Francis Akanu Ibiam. Ebe ọbụla ị nọ n'oge awa ka mkpụrụ obi gị na-ezukwa ike. We will not forget you. You did so much. I bow down for you. We are ending this episode now. We will still get back to you with another prominent Igbo person, maybe dead or alive. In a day, 2 days, we'll get back to you. Cheers for now.